For years, I was a success addict who felt like a total failure. I climbed the corporate ladder, got the promotions, and on paper, my life looked perfect. But inside, I was miserable. Every new achievement gave me a high that lasted for about a day, before the anxiety of what's next crept back in. It took a spectacular burnout for me to realize that my approach was the very thing holding me back. The solution wasn't to work harder, it was to think differently. In this video, I'm sharing the 3 simple mindset shifts that changed everything, unlocking a level of success and fulfillment I never thought possible. 1. From chasing achievement to cultivating growth. The first trap was obsessing over achievement instead of focusing on growth. My entire self-worth was tied to a new title or a bigger paycheck. I remember landing a huge promotion I had worked tirelessly for. The day it was announced, I felt a rush of victory. The next morning, nothing. Just new, heavier pressure. I was so focused on the finish line that I ignored the journey. The real turning point was a major project failure. The old me would have spiraled, but instead I asked, what can I learn from this? That simple question shifted my focus from the failed outcome to the process. I learned more from that failure than from months of success. I had adopted a growth mindset where success came as a byproduct of my learning, not as the goal itself. 2. From a rigid path to an open journey. The second trap was my obsession with a rigid 5-year plan. I had it all mapped out, and any deviation felt like a massive failure. It gave me tunnel vision, blinding me to amazing opportunities right in front of me. My rigid path was shattered by a company restructuring. The division that was the centerpiece of my plan was eliminated. I was offered a lateral move into a department I knew nothing about. It felt like a disaster, but I decided to treat it as an experiment. That detour forced me to learn a totally different side of the business. A year later, an opportunity came up that was nowhere on my original plan. One I would have been completely unqualified for if I'd stubbornly stayed on my path. 3. From chasing perfection to celebrating progress. The final mindset that sabotaged me was perfectionism. We're taught to see it as a good thing, but in reality, it's an anchor. At its core, perfectionism isn't about high standards. It's about fear of being judged, and it leads to procrastination. The shift happened when I was given a project with an impossibly tight deadline. There was no time for perfection. My only choice was to get it to good enough and ship it. I was terrified, but then something amazing happened. We started getting immediate feedback from real users. We iterated and improved the project in real time based on what people actually wanted. Within a month, that good enough project was more successful than anything I had ever spent months perfecting in a vacuum.
How you can apply this bridge. So, how can you start making these shifts? It's all about small actions. Tonight, instead of asking, what did I get done? Ask yourself, what did I learn today? Think of one recent setback and ask what unexpected door it might be opening. Finally, pick one task you've been avoiding and just spend 15 minutes on it. Ship that tiny piece of progress. All this when you fenced the English asking how you can apply this bridge. So, how you can apply this bridge? Tonight, it's all about small actions. These 3 shifts, from achievement to growth, from a rigid path to an open journey, and from perfection to progress, were the keys that unlocked a whole new life for me. The biggest irony is that by stopping the desperate chase for success, I found more of it than I ever thought possible. Let me know in the comments which one of these shifts hit home the most. Thanks for watching.